First things first, when it comes down to it, I played football from 2005 to 2009 at University of Tennessee. And growing up, I played a lot of sports as well. But I always felt that sports taught you some tangible lessons that you can use in life and in business. I believe it. Football definitely had a direct correlation to life and in business. So a lot of the things I talk about have that correlation, and I learned a lot of things from them. So as I get ready to hop into this, it's going to be pretty short. But as far as sports, I'm sure y'all watch sports, right? Probably done played some sports before. So my question I ask myself daily, and the question I want to ask each and every one of you is, are you running your best play? Like every single day you get up, are you calling your best play? And if you're saying no to that, or I'm not really sure, the question is, do you know what your best play is? And that's offensively, do you know what your best play is to produce the outcome that you want? And defensively, do you know what the best play is to prevent the outcome that you don't want? And when I took a look at it in my life, I remember growing up in Southwest Atlanta, being raised by a single mom with 3 kids in the inner city, and I remember the day-to-day struggles of figuring out what we was going to eat every single day. The day-to-day struggles of paying the bills. The month struggles of paying rent and then waiting on my dad's child support check to come in so we have enough to make sure we could pay rent. I remember being outside and drug dealers being on every other corner, the violence all around us, and those times where I had a chance to go away from home, whether I was at school or out playing, hearing the police and the sirens and the ambulance go by, and always having that fear that they may be going to my house. So as a little kid growing up, I felt like I wanted more out of life. I could be more, do more, have more, except for I wasn't sure how it was going to happen, and I wasn't in control of my life. And I wanted to be in control of my life. So over a period of time, my mom found ourselves moving around a lot to put us in the best situation to have the best life possible. Well, in that time frame, I didn't really understand it. So we moved from Southwest Atlanta all around the city, then we moved down to this place called Griffin High, or Griffin, and I ended up going to Griffin High. That's where I went to first high school at. And as we're there, I realized I had some guys and athletes that was around me that was a whole lot bigger than me, a whole lot stronger than me, a whole lot faster than me. But for some strange reason, some of these guys smoked, they got kicked out of school. Some of these guys drunk, they got kicked out of school. Some of these guys got in trouble, went to jail. Some of these guys joined gangs. Some of these guys did things that jeopardized their future, that jeopardized their life, and that jeopardized those goals that I had for myself to give myself a better life, give myself a better chance. So what happened with me, I developed this perpetual fear of if I did any of those things, it was not going to give me the outcome I wanted. And when I take a look back at it, that fear, if I were to look at it, it was technically my best defensive play, but it really wasn't the fear. The fear gave me a focus. The focus was my best defense, because the focus allowed me to focus on those things I needed to be doing to be the best athlete I could be, to be the best person I could be, to be focused in on those things that are going to help me achieve those things I really wanted, to produce the outcome I really wanted. So when I took a look at it, that same fear that started off on the front end ended up equipping me and making my focus be my best play. So when I got to high school and I said, okay, I want to play sports because sports can be my way out, I became good at sports. I understood the game more. Then when I ended up getting to my senior year and I hurt my knee, and I had all these scholarship opportunities, and all the schools that were recruiting me stopped talking to me because I had hurt my knee. Now I was back in the air of what are you going to do now? So now I had this fear again of, okay, how am I going to make it to this end goal that I want out of my life? How am I going to make it to give myself a better life? How am I going to be in control of my life? So that same fear that I had allowed me to get to this particular place in life, and that focus was my best defense. But now I sit back and think about it. All those things worked out. I ended up getting to the University of Tennessee, playing D1 football, getting a full ride scholarship, and then after college getting paid to play football on a professional level. And when I sat back and thought about it one day, I had developed a pretty good offense, and my first offense was my faith. Because all those times when I was little and I wasn't sure where the food was going to come from, we got fed. All those times when I was nervous and scared about the police and violence, I never got touched. All those times that I was worried about, okay, we move into a new place, I'm not going to sure if I'm going to make any friends, I met new friends. Well, all of a sudden I get to high school, I'm having a great high school career, and all of a sudden my knee, I have surgery on my knee, and all those football scholarships and opportunities go away, and now I'm questioning myself, well, how am I going to get to college? How am I going to get myself a better life? How am I going to change my family's life? Because now I can't play football anymore. And all of a sudden, I still get a letter from the University of Tennessee. Well, now I get to the University of Tennessee, and I don't get my full ride scholarship my first year there. For some strange reason, I'm doubting it, I'm questioning it. I persist a year later, so I'm a total of 2 years, and I get my full ride scholarship to the University of Tennessee. So as I started looking back at it, my faith was my first offense. And really, it was the faith, but it really just gave me the ability to persist. Like, regardless of what was happening, I became this perpetual optimist because I was able to persist, because it always worked out in my favor. I always got that desired outcome that was going to produce the best result for my life. So as I take a step back and I look at my best offense and my best defense on a front end of being a young kid growing up playing sports, the first one, it looked like fear, but really it allowed me to have that element of focus. So now, as an entrepreneur, I understand it's going to get hard, it's going to get rough, it's going to get tough, it's going to get ugly sometimes. Things might not go your way, you're going to have competition. Everything don't go your way, but don't deviate from the game plan. Stay focused on it. And I don't deviate from the game plan because the faith I had when I was younger, all the elements always came together where it always worked out in my favor. The outcome that I wanted to produce was always produced. So when we think about, are you calling your best play? When it comes down to your best play, that can be your best spiritual play, your best mental play, your best emotional play, your best physical play, your best business play, whatever that play looks like for you, that's going to produce the desired outcome that you want for your life or for your business. And when you think about it from a different perspective, you can't call your best play if you don't know your best play. So every single day you wake up, when you look at it from a sports perspective, y'all watched the UT game the other day. UT played great defense and they got out and ran the ball on offense. And majority of those teams that are great at what they do, they got a couple plays that they're going to call regardless. And the defense can know what they call, and guess what? They're going to call it anyway. They do not let anybody else determine or dictate what they're going to call. And when you're thinking about it from your defense perspective, if it's things that you don't do, that you won't do, that you don't want to happen, you know how to put plays in place that's going to prevent those things from happening. And regardless of what's going on offensively with the competition, you just put those plays to happen, and you don't bend, you don't break. So as I sat here and thought about, hey, how did I determine or figure out what was my best offensive play, what was my best defensive play, I realized over a period of time, that's my base play sheet. Like, I got my base plays that I know been working out for me all my life. And over a period of time, I've came and evolved with more plays that I can call. And in certain situations, those other plays work better. But for the most part, I got my base plays that I can call on every single time that's going to produce the outcome that I want for my life and for my business. So as I sit here with each and every one of you today, I challenge you to question yourself and ask yourself this question. What's my best play? What's my best offensive play? What's my best defensive play? Am I calling it every single day? Or am I getting detoured from the game plan? Or am I letting the opposition or the competition hinder my best play? Because if you take a look at any great teams out there, you can look at the Patriots, you can look at Tennessee right now, you can look at the Yankees. Most of the time, the pitcher gonna call his best pitch. The offense gonna call their best, they're gonna call the best play to the best player so they can produce, because they know what the outcome is gonna be. So every single day when we wake up, I believe we got an opportunity to call our best play in every phase of our life. And if we call our best play, we're gonna get the outcome that we want. And at the end of the day, until we get another play and we evolve until we have an arsenal of plays, we just continue to persist and call our best single play every single day, and we'll continue to get that same outcome. So I know y'all got a business meeting ahead of you. I just wanted to leave y'all with this message. In the midst of this meeting, regardless of the competition, regardless of the opposition, regardless of those things that may be challenges, regardless of those adversities, just remember to call your best play. First off, find out what that best play is and call it every single time, whether it's on offense, whether it's on defense, whether it's special teams. Find out what the best play is and stick to it, because all the great teams out there in sports, they know what they're going to run. Regardless of what comes their way, they run their best single play and they execute.